Today's first reading is taken from Exodus chapter 13, verse 21. By the day the Lord went ahead of them in a pillar of cloud to guide them on their way, and by the night in a pillar of fire to give them light, so that they could travel by day or night. The second reading is taken from Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8. Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. And the final reading is taken from the same chapter of Hebrews 13, part of verse 5. Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. When the children of Israel were traveling from Egypt, going to the promised land, God Himself led them. He led the way in a pillar of cloud by day and in a pillar of fire by night. So the children of Israel did not have to say, oh, it's now night time, we need to sleep because it's dark, so that we can continue our journey the next morning. No, their God was always with them, whether it was during the day or during the night. So they were just traveling. What a favor was that? God has demonstrated to us that He can still do the same for us. What He did for the children of Israel, He can still do it today. This has been demonstrated during this pandemic. No one in the whole world had any pre-existing immunity to the virus. When we look at a group of people like babies and children whose bodies are still developing, the numbers of babies and children affected by this virus were nowhere near the number of adults who were affected by the virus. Can you imagine if it wasn't for God's grace and mercy and His protection, how many babies and children would have been destroyed during the pandemic by this virus? It was only that God said in His word, He will never leave us or forsake us. He was true to His word. And being God, Emmanuel, God with us, He will never leave us. He's always with us. So we are to stick to His word, and we will see the fulfillment of God's word and promises to us.